This video and every video on this channel is made possible by your support on patreon.com/616entertainment. I couldn't do this without you, and your contributions keep this channel alive. You can also grab an official shirt over on prowrestlingtees.com/616entertainment. What's up, Dan-Dans? My name is Ian. Welcome to 616 Nitro. How fitting, this week we are taking a look at WCW Nitro on the original PlayStation. We're going to rank all of the in-game promos from the selection screen from 1 to 10. Which one's the best? Which one's the worst? We're about to find out. What a nostalgic opening menu this is. Now, I don't love this game. This game sucks. You heard me tear it apart in the history of WCW video games. But nostalgia's powerful. You know what I mean? About 3 months ago, we did this very same premise. We tackled this very same premise with WCW NWO Thunder on the original PlayStation. I said, if that goes over well, we will take a look at the promos from Nitro. It did go over well. You guys seem to have a blast with it. So here we are today. Now, there are fewer guys that have promos in this game, so it is what it is. This one won't be quite as long. But look at this roster we've got here. Hollywood Hogan, Ric Flair, Sting when he was the in-between between Surfer and Crow, which is clear from his gear there. We got Luger, Alex Wright, who was sandwiched in between Lex Luger and Randy Savage for some reason. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right to it. Where do we want to start? I think we start at the very beginning with Hollywood Hogan. Will he get a 1? Will he get a 10? Let's find out.
You know, brother, you think you've got what it takes to beat Hollywood Hogan? Why don't you climb in the ring and try out the largest arms in the world? Hollywood style.
Okay, that's a start. That's a start. I'm going to give that an 8. You know, I thought that was great. Hogan brought it. He had his classic heel Hogan energy, put himself over, and he talked a little shit on you as the player and said, you think you can take me? Go ahead, give it a shot. So we're starting off pretty hot with an 8 there from Hogan. Can the Nature Boy one-up the Hulkster? Let's find out.
If you want to wrestle the Nature Boy Ric Flair, you got to be able to walk that aisle and style and profile. Woo!
I'm going to give that an 8 too, man. You can't, how are you going to give Flair anything less than an 8? You know what I do find funny is, let's take a look at it again. You can see the glowing green around him because obviously this was just shot against a green screen. What else I find funny is look how big Ric Flair is there. Look how much closer to the camera he is than Hogan. Hogan, we can see all the way down to his knees. With Ric Flair, we can't even see his belt, you know? So there was obviously no mark on the floor for where these guys were supposed to stand. But we got 2 8s to kick it off. What kind of energy does the Stinger bring?
You really think you're ready for the Stinger? You really think you're ready for the Scorpion Deathlock? You think you're ready for a fatal encounter?
I'm gonna go 8. He really brought it there. When we checked out Sting in the Thunder episode, he was so fucking laid back. He really sounded like he didn't care. Let's actually take a look at that right now.
This is the Stinger, and I'm in the mood for handing out more than just one Stinger death drop.
Now, Sting barely tried there. There was no energy in his voice whatsoever. So in comparison, this Sting right here, he's got it. He's got the energy. He's bringing it from a lower level up to the top. He's shouting at us by the end of it. We're starting with 3 8s right here. I don't know if Lex Luger can stand up to the competition he's already faced.
This is why they call me the total package. Do you have a pain threshold to withstand the torture rack? Let's find out.
Well, I'm gonna give that a 6. Again, funny. Let's see. Down to his knees. At his belt, a little below the belt, we're going to call that balls, and now we're at the bottom of the balls. So There's no marker on the floor at all for where these guys are supposed to stand. And how is it that Luger, we're going all the way down to the tip of his balls, and his head barely fits in the frame, where these guys are not that far apart in their height, so this is shot all fucking strange. And Luger, they cut off the end of his last word. We're gonna go 6. Luger's the first guy for us. He's the first guy to give us a downturn in his performance, unfortunately. Can Das Wunderkind, can Alex Wright pick us back up? Alex Wright has a much better background than Luger did. Look at that. Luger's off to the side. He's got some scaffolding behind him. Guardrail, but no fans. Alex Wright is coming right down the entrance ramp. Look at... Oh, man, there's actually a ton of variety here with their backgrounds. I guess I never looked that closely at it. This is big business. How about it, Alex Wright?
Hey man, here's Alex Wright. If you want to have high-flying acrobatics and total wrestling action, pick me, and I show you what Alex Wright is all about.
I mean, on the surface, that sucked. Hey man, I love that intro for a promo. We've got Hogan, who's just like, find out about the largest Ric Flair style and profile. Alex Wright, hey man. I'm going to give him a 6. We're not going with any decimals. It's a hard 1, a hard 2, hard 9, hard 10. We're going to go 6 on Alex Wright, which, I don't know. I'm a little conflicted now because I don't know if Luger is on the same level as Alex Wright. We're sticking to it. 6. Randy, do you have the first 10 for us on this episode?
Oh yeah! Watch the flying elbow drop off the top rope. Not only beat people 1, 2, 3, but I hurt him real bad.
Yeah, that's a 10. There's no way around it. That's a 10. He introduces himself. He looks cool as fuck. He looks out of his mind, and he states for the record, my finishing move hurts people real bad. That's a 10. It doesn't get any better. Dean Malenko. You know what? I love Dean Malenko, the Iceman, the man of 1,000 holds. I don't know if he can even live up to the lowest 2 that we have so far. Can Dean Malenko manage at least a 6?
It only takes 1 of 1,000 holds to defeat you. If you think you're man enough for the challenge, step in the ring.
He can! He can live up to it. I'm going to give Dean Malenko a 6. I'll give him a 6. Hey, this isn't too bad. How deep are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're 7 guys in. No one's gone below a 6. Now, this is pre-Latino Heat Eddie Guerrero. This is back when they spelled his name with a Y rather than an IE. That's not a typo. He used to go by Eddie with a Y. This is the bright colors, the flashy jackets. This is before Mamacita was in his entrance music. Eddie, what do you got for us here, pal?
You better be ready to wrestle, because you know, when you're getting in the ring with Eddie Guerrero, it's going to be high-flying and exciting.
That sucked! Oh no, not good! That's a 5. That's the worst one we've had yet. But, I mean, he was so fucking good in the ring, that makes up for it. And don't get me wrong, Eddie became a great talker down the line. But, that he wasn't there yet on this one. Sorry, I know there's Eddie Guerrero fans out there who are upset by that, but it is what it is. Oh, man. Speaking of making people upset, let's just get this over with.
Technical wrestler, high flyer, brawler. It don't matter what you consider yourself to be. When you're in the ring with the crippler, you're a loser.
Fuck. That's a 6. God damn, why does he have to be better than Eddie? I didn't want that to happen. But I like it. He says, doesn't matter who you are, I'm going to beat the shit out of you. You know, you could be a technical wrestler, a high flyer, a brawler, my wife and son. Doesn't matter who it is. They're
You think you got the courage to step in the ring? I think you're gonna wind up with a snap neck from the choke slam.
I like that. I like that. I like that he's scary. I like that he's gigantic. I like his deep voice down here. That sounds like a threat. I like that. I'm going to go 7 for the Giant. It was short. It was to the point. I like that he didn't beleaguer the point, because he didn't really have much to say, you know? So I'm going to go to 7 for the Giant. Man, we're kind of flying through this, which is unfortunate. We're already on Nash. We're already more than halfway through this, and this might end up being a short episode. But let's just see how we do. Kevin Nash, Big Sexy, what do you got for us?
Hey there! How'd you like to get power bomb? Come on, pick me. I'm begging you, pick me. Please pick me.
That's a 10. If you don't think that's a 10, you're out of your fucking mind. Nash clearly doesn't give a fuck about this at all. He's just he's clearly just fucking around. Okay, listen, man. Everybody else is in character. They're doing their thing. And then Kevin Nash.
Hey there!
Oh, fuck. That's a 10. So far, we have Nash and Savage as 10s, which I think they also pulled 10s on Thunder. So their reputation is upheld here in Nitro. I mean, we're doing them out of order. I mean, they would have been upholding their Nitro reputation in Thunder. But you get it. Scott Hall. I love Scott Hall. Let's check it out.
Yo, Chico, you selected Scott Hall? Get ready for a wild ride on the outside.
I like that. I'm going to go 8 on Scott Hall. It wasn't quite a 9, it wasn't quite a 10, but he's true to who he is as a character. I still feel like he doesn't really understand what's going on here, like we said in the Thunder video. You know, he says, I think in Thunder he's like, you selected Scott Hall? Big trouble for you. I'm gonna rough you up, you little punk.
You selected Scott Hall? Big trouble for you. I'm gonna rough you up, you little punk.
I think I know that, like, verbatim. And I was talking about how I don't think Scott realizes that when you select him, it means you're playing as him. He seems to think you selected Scott Hall means, oh, you're gonna fight me? That's not what that means. But I'm gonna go 8 regardless. I think that's our first 8. And now we're on to the Harlem Heat boys! Booker T and Stevie Ray. This is far before Booker T was a 5-time WCW champion. Here, he's still in Harlem Heat, still a tag team specialist. And as it has been pointed out to me on the 83 Weeks podcast with Eric Bischoff, Booker T is the most decorated champion in WCW history. He held more belts in WCW than anybody did. That includes Sting, that includes Flair, that includes Hogan, that includes everybody that you see here. Booker T had more belts than anybody. Does that mean he lost more belts than anybody? Yeah, also true. But it is what it is. Booker, let's check it out.
This is Booker T from Harlem Heat, hardcore OG brother from 110th Street. If any of you punks got the guts to step up to the plate, push the plate.
Ooh, that's a 9. That's a 9, dude. I loved that. If you were thinking about, and again, we would be selecting Booker here, not choosing him as an opponent. So he seems a little confused, but I blame the directors for that, for not explaining how this works. But if you were looking at Booker as an opponent and he said that to you, I think you'd be scared shitless. I think you'd pick somebody else. You might pick someone who looks more unassuming but is capable of much more heinous acts. You never know. We're going to go with a 9. What did I say? 8 or 9? I'm going to say 9 for Booker. What does his brother, his tag team partner, Stevie Ray, have to say about that?
Hey, all you suckers out there, you wanna play the game? You wanna play with the big boys? Put your finger on the button, cause when you go down 110th Street, it's gonna be on like neck bone, sucker.
Oh, come on. That's a 10. That's a 10. As he was going, when it first started, I thought 8. When we got to the middle, he pushed it up to a 9. But when he said, it's gonna be on like neck bone, sucker, that's a 10. That pushes it over the edge. Because what the fuck does that even mean? It doesn't have to mean anything. You see, if that guy is standing across the ring from you, you're not going to be thinking, hey, can you explain your verbiage? You're going to be thinking, just get this over with as soon as possible. Just kill me and let's move on. Oh, that's a 10. We got 3 10s so far. Savage, Nash, and Stevie Ray. DDP might be able to pull a 10.
Hey, monkey boy. Like there's a choice here? Good God. Pick the man with a plan. Pick DDP.
10. That's a 10. We're ending so far. I think we're ending very strong here. DDP's just got that charisma. He just oozes character. I love DDP. If he didn't have your attention from that photo, when you click on him and he says,
Hey, monkey boy. Like there's a choice here? Good God.
If you weren't paying attention before, he's got you now. That's a 10 from DDP. And our final stop here in WCW Nitro is 6, aka X-Pac, aka Sean Waltman. I don't remember what he says here at all, so this is like a world premiere for me, because I don't remember it. Can we close out super strong, or will this be underwhelming?
Hey, anytime you feel froggy, man, I'll slap on the buzz killer and rip your shoulder right out of socket. Wolfpack style.
Okay, so a couple things. Number one, they cut him off before he finished his last word, which is a pet peeve of mine. Number two, this is before the Wolfpack existed. So that was just some backstage terminology between the boys there, him saying Wolfpack style. This is before the X Factor was his finisher. This is when he still used the fucking crossface chicken wing and he called it the Buzz Killer. Interesting stuff. It still wasn't great. I'll go 7. I like that 6 is probably the smallest guy here, along with Dean and Eddie and the Murderer. I liked it. I'll go 7. So all in all, a pretty good crop here. We've been talking about coming back and touching on WCW Nitro a little bit, getting a look at these promos, and I think this was worthwhile. Maybe the Thunder episode was better because we had a deeper roster to choose from, but I promised we would do this, and now we have. You guys have also suggested that we cover the pre-match introductions from the ECW video games and the FMV promos from WWF Warzone. Those are possibilities. If you want to see that, let me know down in the comments, because I think these are fun. I love ya, and I'll see you next week.
It's gonna be on like neck bone, sucker.